What's going on? I'm
Lyvell.
Desna Quo. And we are Yettee Gang.
I'm 20, and I don't even have a specific age. I just say I was young. I've been singing since I was about 2 or 3. So, you know, I say 2 maybe.
Man, I was 9 years old when I was first introduced to music. I was riding around the city with my pops when we was playing DMX, and that's how I was introduced to music. And I began making music when I was 11, when I first wrote my first rap when my grandma passed away. I'm 21. I consciously decided that I was into music when I was around 10 years old.
My strongest point in making music, I mean, in the whole process, I gotta pick performing, man. I'm a very visual person, so I like to see the interaction of it all, the way that I'm affecting the person across from me, or the person I'm performing for, the people that I'm performing for. You know what I mean? That's what gets me.
I have to say my strongest standpoint when it comes to making music is when I place myself in isolation. It allows me to hone in on every thought, every emotion, and allows me to get that emotion back to those who are listening. And I actually echo off of what you're saying. When I get by myself, I just really get into my zone.
Right.
I got anxiety, so when other people around me, I'm saying I'm more concentrated on what they think, what they think about how I sound. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm by myself, I think that's when I perform best.
I can dig it. I like to call what I do reality rap. I really talk about what I know and what I've experienced, and I try to relay it in a way that people other than myself can grasp it. And what I want to, do to change as an artist is to really work on my ability to get more into pop and expand my fan base. You know what I mean? Because it's about touching everybody. You can't stay in one lane. You gotta put your hands in everything. You know what I mean?
One thing I would change is about me as an artist is being more honest. Honest with whom I am as a person, rather than holding up a facade and letting the fans know who I am as a person.
Yeah, man, anything.
If I was gonna change anything about myself as an artist, it would be the fact that I spend most of my time by myself, even though that's the best time for me to create my music, is when I'm more comfortable being as creative and experimental as I like to get. It also backfires because I'm so used to being by myself. I get annoyed by being around other people sometimes, and I guess it shows. Yeah, it shows. So that's something that I definitely need to work on as an artist, because those same people are going to be the people that hear my music, and they might support my music, but they might not support me as a person, and that can really be a conflict of interest when it comes to them want to support, what we're doing with Yettee Gang.
Man, I grew up in a musical household. My mama said, my daddy do what he can. My grandfather was born and gay drummer, and he used to take me to the studio with him, man. I was done when Shaggy recorded It Wasn't Me, so that was cool.
I wish I was there though.
Yeah. So, doing that and watching him do what he do, he taught me how to drum a little bit and stuff. So that's really what kick-started me into doing music avidly. You know what I mean?
What got me into music? I have to say, man, what got me into music was when I was in Detroit, my hometown.
my mom, she only was providing for myself. I never knew my father, so I was always with my grandma, and she would always play these jazz, R&B records in the car, and that kind of honed into my heart, and that really brought me into a musical world. And my stepfather, he used to bump DMX all the time. Had a lot of hardcore music, so you know that always came into my personality. I'm very East Coast heavy and jazz heavy, so you'll get that feel from me.
I think I knew for certain that I wanted to get into music when my cousin Devin and we used to battle rap each other all the time. This is back when, like, my lyrics hardly even made sense. Like, it's like, what are you saying right now? Like,
saying something to rhyme.
Right, you know, anything that rhymes or anything I thought rhymed, you know what I'm saying? We were freestyle battle rapping.
That's Detroit all day.
I was the hardest rapper you ever would have met in your life. Anyway, we used to battle rap, and then I remember I had said something about one shot to the head and you know you dead, you know what I'm saying? And that's back when I was into that kind of thing, you know, like that's what was hot, that's what I heard on the radio, so that's what I rapped about when I freestyled, you know what I'm saying? That's what that was my go-to when I hit a wall, you know what I'm saying? Because it's easy. But basically, I heard that same line or a similar line in Go DJ by Lil Wayne. Like, pow, one to the head. Like,
you know he did.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a
right.
Yeah,
and I was upset because I felt like he stole that from me. And you know what I'm saying? I knew that Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Bling, bling. Every time bling, bling. You know what I'm saying? He had the bling, he had the money, you know what I'm saying? He's rich, you know what I'm saying? How I looked at it was, he was rich off of something that I had also thought about. So it was like, well shit, if he can make the money, why can't I make the money?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's about the passion, you know what I'm saying, that I have for music, and it's also about the fact that, you know what I'm saying, it pays.
Right.
It pays well.
You know,
That's where I'm going.
Artists I look up to, I had to start with Outkast. That's actually kind of who we model ourselves, you know, after, as far as the style, you know what I mean? What they did was so groundbreaking with the funk and the synth and the electronic. Like, Outkast is great. And then I grew up with a lot of Southern influence, you know what I mean? My dad listened to Goody Mob. I grew up with Goody Mob and CeeLo Green as a solo artist, and you know what I mean, Nappy Roots and stuff like that. So, you know, that's what did those type.
Man, I grew up in a wide variety of music in my household because my family is musically inclined. My father, he bumped West Coast NWA. My mom R&B. But for some reason, I gravitate towards like Pharrell and Kanye and Lupe. Like, them three are my influences. And that really embodies who I am. Their styles, the way they go about a track, how they compose a track. That's me in its entirety.
I think I would have to say Pac.
That's it.
Everybody says Pac.
Everybody
says Pac.
Pac influence.
I mean, somebody had to say it, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You know, Pac. You know, he was very influential. He was a big influence on my life because, you know, it just talked about the struggles. You know, and so I'm pretty sure we all know the struggle of maybe not having a full course meal every night, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe not even having, you know what I'm saying? When your mama say, I ain't cooking tonight, or I can't cook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Going through the struggles and stuff like that, and having some music. Understand that you're not the only one. And get it easy.
Right.
Keep your head up type shit.
Right.
I was on God No Judgment.
So definitely Pac, but I will also have to say Usher because I grew up listening to Usher.
Right.
And actually, it was the first concert I ever been to. My dad went to an Usher concert. And I remember, I don't know, maybe I was dreaming, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that this chick hopped on stage and like rushed at him, you know.
Was she successful? My question.
Yeah, no.
She got close, but then security whispered her away. But definitely Usher. You know, that's when I get in touch with my R&B side. You know, when I like to move the females.
Right. Right.
You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Yettee Gang.
And SoundCloud, and go like Yettee Gang Music on Facebook.
And check out our YouTube at Yettee Gang, and make your way to www.yetteegang.com. Get jumped in and come join the mailing list.
Also, shout out Venom Entertainment.
Oh,
Shout out. Much love, man.
Oh, yeah.
Much love.
Stay tuned for Yettee Gang.